everyone, welcome to the shop. And for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut tile 3 ways. So the 3 methods we'll be covering is cutting with a snap cutter, an angle grinder, and the wet saw. You're going to want to stick around because we're going to be covering multiple materials like natural stone, porcelain, glass, and ceramic. Now, depending on which cutting method you choose, it may not cut all of these tiles. So we're going to get right into it, starting with the wet saw. So the first tool we have, which is also the most versatile, is the wet saw. So the wet saw can cut all of the materials I mentioned earlier, natural stone, porcelain, ceramic, and glass, with the only caveat being that you need to change out your blade and use a blade specifically designed for cutting glass if you were using a glass tile. So the way it works is it's a saw with water in the reservoir. The water gets pumped up through a hose here and drips out. It keeps the blade cool so that your tile can get smooth cuts all the way through. And you put your tile here and you slide it through and the saw stays stationary. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you with a couple of different materials. So the first material I'm going to demonstrate is a ceramic tile. This is a softer material, so it cuts more easily than, say, porcelain. So you're going to set up by putting your tile against the fence. Now, when you're running your tile through the saw, you want to have smooth, consistent pressure, but you don't want to go too fast. You'll hear the motor kind of skip. This is a softer material, so that might not happen. So I'm just going to click on the machine. I'm going to let the blade come to speed, and then I'm going to get started. So the next tile we're going to be cutting is a marble tile. This is another soft material and should always be cut using a water source because it will chip. So the key to cutting natural stone is to go a little bit slower than you otherwise would to make sure you're getting an extra smooth cut and that the blade doesn't heat up too fast and start chipping your stone. The next tile material we're going to be cutting is porcelain. Porcelain is one of the hardest tile materials. It is also the hardest to cut. So we're going to make sure we're going nice and slow through the blade so that the blade doesn't get too hot and chip the tile. So once it's cut, you can see it's a nice smooth cut. Sometimes chipping does occur on the glaze of the tile, but don't worry, at the end I'm going to give you a nice pro tip how to fix that. So the last tile material I'm going to cover for the wet saw is a glass tile. So before you attempt to cut a glass tile, make sure you switch out your blade for a blade made specifically to cut glass tile. Now, this is going to be one of the most difficult tile materials to install and to cut because it requires special nuances when installing and special blades and for you to go extra slow when you are cutting. So my biggest tip here is while you're cutting, if you think you're going slow, go a little bit slower. It can chip very easily and it can break. So we want to make sure we're going as slow as possible. So we got a nice smooth cut. As you can tell, I went very, very, very slow. And even still, some of the paper that's on the back kind of chipped a little, but the tile itself did not. So just make sure you go nice and slow and take your time with this tile. So the second method for cutting tile is going to be a snap cutter. So here I have 3 tile materials. I have the glass tile, a ceramic tile, and a porcelain tile. The only tile you cannot cut on a snap cutter is natural stone. This is also a very versatile tool because they're relatively lightweight and easy to carry around, set up, and break down, and you can work virtually with no dust and mess right next to your job site. So while there's many different versions of a snap cutter, all of them will have virtually the same things. They'll have a cutting wheel, they'll have 2 rails or a single rail with a handle so that you can apply pressure. And basically how the cut works is it scores along the top of the tile, and then you have to press down on either side of the score line to break the tile. So you get a little bit less of a clean cut opposed to, say, the wet saw, but it still works very effectively for all of these materials. Before I cut this tile, I just want to go over the technique for using a snap cutter. The score is created by applying pressure to the top of the tile. You want to make sure that once you start that pressure, that it's even and consistent throughout the entire tile. So say we were using a tile like this. You want to make sure that you hold the tile with downward pressure, and you start at the very edge. You don't want to start here, and you don't want to start here and cut up. You want to start at the very edge. And then I'm going to press down with this arm, and I'm going to apply even pressure. Move my hand out of the way and hold back here. Even pressure all the way through until the wheel rolls off of the tile. Now, that's when my pressure legs come into contact with the tile, and I want to make sure that they're flat, and then I'm going to press down, and the tile will snap on either side. So I'm going to start with the glass. As I mentioned before, glass is a very difficult material to work with, especially when cutting. So same thing applies. We're going to go slow, and I'm going to make a very light score line, because if I try to press too hard, it will just crack the tile in half. So when you're cutting the glass tile, you might not hear the score as you would if you were cutting ceramic or porcelain. The score line will still show up as the cutting wheel runs across the top of the tile, and that's how you want to do it. So the next thing I'm going to do is ceramic. So this is a lot like porcelain when you're, in terms of the snap cutter, when you're cutting it, you're going to hear the scoring. It's nice even pressure all the way through on the cut, and then ceramic, because it's a softer material, is only going to need a little bit pressure down after the score has been made for it to snap, whereas porcelain, you might need to use a little bit more strength there. They all cut very beautifully on the snap cutter. So the last method I'm going to be showing you is using an angle grinder. So for the angle grinder, you want to make sure that you have a diamond blade on here for cutting tile. Now the materials I recommend cutting with an angle grinder is ceramic and porcelain. They do make special glass blades for angle grinders to cut glass tile. I don't recommend it. It is extremely difficult. Also, you can cut natural stone with an angle grinder, but you need to apply a water source to not get chipping. So it takes a little bit extra skill. So today I'm just going to focus on ceramic and porcelain with the grinder. So before I get started, the grinder is very loud, it is very powerful, and it makes a lot of dust. So make sure that you are performing your cuts outdoors. You're wearing a face mask, protecting your ears and your eyes. So in using the grinder, make sure you're doing the following. When you first start off your cut, you want to have nice light pressure and let the blade start the cut for you. And as you go, you just pull towards you and like I said, let the blade do the cutting for you. You don't want to twist your wrist or try to go left or right. Make sure you're staying nice and straight and holding the grinder with two hands. It's very important that you're able to stabilize the grinder and get a nice straight cut. So as you can see, we've cut the ceramic and the porcelain. And the cuts are not perfect. It's really hard to get a straight cut because, well, it's operated by a human. So you're never going to have a perfect cut, but an angle grinder is very, very useful in terms of making intricate cuts, L cuts, or cuts around some weird angles. What we usually use in our day-to-day operation is we'll have a combination of the wet saw and a grinder, or a snap cutter and the grinder, depending on what kind of cuts we're going to have to tackle. So no matter which method you use, you will end up with some sort of imperfection or chipping on the cut edge of your tile. So as professionals, every single cut that we make, we go behind and we polish up that cut edge. We use a variable speed angle grinder with diamond polishing pads, or they also make hand polishing pads as well that you can use to polish the tile with your hands. On this tile here, on my right side, is the factory edge. This is the cut edge. As you can see from the close-up, there's some chipping in the glazing. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to take my variable speed grinder and hit that at an angle on the 45 and clean that up. If you do not have a variable speed angle grinder, the diamond polishing hand pads, which you can get almost anywhere, do exactly the same. So you're going to go to the edge of the tile, the glaze edge of the tile, on a 45, and you don't want to just scrape perpendicular, you kind of want to add a 45 and at an angle. So you want to go like that. All in one motion. You don't want to go back and forth because you can cause more chipping. And then it's nice and smooth. So now when you're comparing the factory edge to the cut edge here that I polished, it looks as close to the factory edge as possible, and you get a nice, clean, crisp installation without any chips in your finished product. All right, everyone, so there you have it. We went over the 3 different methods for cutting tile. We went over the wet saw, the snap cutter, and the angle grinder. We also talked about all the different materials that each tool can and cannot cut. So I hope this information helps you on your next tiling project. Stay tuned for more videos, and we'll see you next time.